a lot of people, were at that party, and Tom O'Connell is one of those. He sees a group of people heading for a party, and he's excellent at just blending in with the crowd and flowing along with them. And Gary was there, and probably, all of his friends set. The Wizard of Oz brought Entourage, and so the whole Foxy Brown set was there, and which is one of Marie's personas. And anyway, so I think I was there, and they were like, you have to be here, you have to work to be here. If you're not going to do this thing, then you got to do this other thing. And the other thing happened after all the VIPs had left. But the thing that the VIPs were there for was Gary had gone AWOL in Vietnam. And they didn't know he was AWOL and thought that he was in trouble. And, it was like that guy in Afghanistan. A whole bunch of people got killed looking for him. Or anyway, that's how they staged it afterwards. Him and the whole set that he was with had gone across the border into Cambodia to a bar there called Out of Bounds. And they were about to ship back home, but they were searching they were using sniffer dogs, cadaver dogs, to make sure that nobody was bringing any human body parts back as trophies, because there had been a couple of cases at that point that had gotten like really, really insane, and they kept it out of the news, but the VC had found out about it, and man, they really retaliated. They retaliated hard fucking core. So they wanted to capitalize. They couldn't keep their trophies. They couldn't keep their ears. They couldn't keep the other things that they had. So they wanted to sell them. And some of these trophy gathering expeditions had happened across the Cambodian border. So the Cambodian authorities sent word over to him that they could find him a buyer if they went to this bar called Out of Bounds. And so they sat there at the bar and told this guy, he had them sign affidavits, certificates of authenticity is what he told them, but it was signed confessions. And then because they were in Cambodian jurisdiction, they were then sentenced to death. Legally, by all international law, they had admitted to being serial killers outside of the context of war in a sovereign state. And I was their executioner. Gary was there, and he survived. He was allowed to survive for some reason. I'll probably go into that later. And so he started remembering this and telling the tale. It was probably something he had said earlier before this party, and I said, "Oh, you're Buku Dinky Dow," because that's what everybody was calling him. And so I think that's Cambodian for Mark. But anyway, it was also crazy as fuck. But anyway, so word got around, and Bo was thinking, hey, I can make a lot of money. So he was gonna say, well, gather up all these people, and I'll have her do this. So I was there to work that night. I didn't know that. And how they always say things halfway this way and halfway that way, and they kind of intuit when you're going to say no, so they kind of change what they're going to say. And so you end up agreeing to something that is what it is, but in their mind, they got you to agree to something else. And so he was really disappointed that I only bit somebody's finger off.